not requiring her to sin, but simply hurting her, then I think she endures verbal abuse for a season, and she endures perhaps being smacked one night, and then she seeks help from the church. I mean, every time I deal with somebody in this, I find the ultimate solution under God in the church. In other words, this man should be disciplined. This man should be disciplined. She should have a safe place in a body of Christ where she goes, and then the people in the church deal with him. She can't deal with him by herself. So the short answer, I think, is the church is really crucial here. To step in, be her strength. Say to this man, you can't do this. You cannot do this. That's not what we allow. That's not what Christ calls you to be. So I can't go into all the details, but I would say to a woman, come to a church that you feel safe in, tell them the case, let the leaders step in and help you navigate the difficulties here.
The church didn't like or respect women back in the day when the Bible was written. And obviously, there is still a lot of that where the church does not like nor respect women. Well, they like your money and your physical support at the church. So they'll try to keep the women in the church because they know without the women, the church is going to fall. But ladies, this is why I'm saying you got to leave these religions. This Abrahamic religion, it is so patriarchal and it is detrimental to your mental and your physical health. You don't need to go to the church. If you're being physically or mentally abused, first of all, if you're being physically abused, don't go to the church. And personally, if you got a brother or father or uncle like me, come to me first. Don't go to the church. Don't go to the police. Come to me first if you got a family member like me. But if you do not, or you know that family member got some PTSD, go to the police. Go to the police. No laughing matter, no joking situation. Seriously, go to the police. If you are being physically abused, go to the police. If you are being mentally abused, go. You may go to a church because if you're a member and somebody is allowing you to go live with them, but go to a family member. Get you another house, another apartment. Leave and then go get you a divorce. Get you a divorce. Yes, I'm advocating for divorce because not all marriages are meant to be. And not all marriages are going to last forever. Go get a divorce. If someone is mentally abusing you and physically abusing you, that person does not love you. That person does not have your best interest at heart. And you need to leave. Get out of that situation. If you're a man and you're being mentally or physically abused, you need to leave that situation, especially if you're a man and you're being physically abused. You need to leave because you know who the police are going to go after. But how in the hell is this Christian pastor telling women, endure it for a season, take the mental abuse for a season, get smacked around, and then come to the church so we can wag our finger at it? You're not supposed to do that. Jesus said that the husband is to love the wife as he loved the church, as Jesus loved the church. Therefore, Jesus was willing to die for the church. Jesus protected the church. Jesus lived for the church. Yeah, that sounds good. It sounds good. And women get this preached to them all the time, that this is what a man is supposed to do, that he's supposed to be that way. At the same time, then it tells women, what are these requirements for you? Shut all the hell up in the church. Women be silent in the churches, for I suffer them not to speak nor have the authority over a man. If she shall have any questions, let them ask her husbands at home. Shut up. You can't be in leadership. Yeah, these letters went to Paul was just specifically talking to those churches. No, when you read that, it says this is for all the churches, for all the saints. So no, shut all the hells up in church and don't say nothing. Women, your head covering, you're supposed to cover your head when you pray. Your hair can be a hair covering, but don't cut your hair. Don't be wearing gold and jewelry and all that. You got to be modest. All these requirements on women, none on men, other than just be a husband. If you're a pastor or a deacon, it doesn't even pastor, it's a bishop or a deacon. Be a husband of only one wife. The rest of the husbands, y'all can have as many wives as you like or that you can afford. Go on about your business. Do your thing. When that woman committed adultery, did Jesus say, hey, oh, where's the dude? Because she didn't commit the adultery by herself, but y'all want to punish this woman. Hmm. Hmm. Where's the dude at? Where's the equality in that? Hmm. So y'all get punished. Hmm. When Jesus called that Canaanite woman a dog, saying that the food is for the food is for the children, for the master's food is for the children. You can't have none of this. I can't give you no healing. Fuck your daughter, bitch, is what he called that woman, because he called her a dog. The woman said, yes, even though I am a bitch, but even bitches eat the scraps from their master's tables. You know what? Because of your faith in knowing that you are a bitch, I'll go ahead and hook you up. Shamalama. Yeah, that's my version of that story. But if he called, every time I said the B words, he called her a dog. He called her a dog, and she accepted that she was a dog. That's your Jesus talking. Y'all ain't gonna like that one. I know it hurt your feelings, but ladies, it's the truth. And I can't even get started with the Old Testament. This video will be 3 hours long. If you were found not to be a virgin upon your wedding day, stone you, kill the woman. Mm-hmm. And then if the man turned out that he lied about you not being a virgin, he got to pay the father, and you still got to be married to that fool. A man who lied on your first wedding, on your wedding day. And the fact of the matter is, you didn't even get to choose him to be your husband. Mm-mm. That was a deal struck between the man and your father. Yeah. Mm-mm. They saw your. Think about this, lady. Y'all have a body system that has a menstrual cycle. This guy said that, oh, nope, that's unclean. So every time you have one, you're considered unclean. And you got to go and stay away from everybody. Can't touch nothing. Everybody got to get away from you. And then you got to go through rituals of purification and all that kind of stuff. Every time you have a baby, oh, you unclean. You got to get purified. You know, life is so much harder for the woman. And then it's not like this guy ever truly cared about you. You're not even really mentioned in the Bible 90% of the time, unless somebody not essayed you or somebody done beat you, or like in Judges 19, hey, we want to sleep with that man. I'll give you my concubine and my wife, and y'all can have them. And he give the concubine up. And does the man come out to the concubine after he finds her in the morning and she dead? And he's like, well, before he knew she was dead. And he's like, oh, you know what? She sacrificed for me to save me the humiliation. And he, get up, woman. That was his attitude. Get up, come on. The hell, lazing about. That's how they treat y'all. And here you got this pastor still telling y'all to take that ass whooping, to be abused, to be like that Samaritan woman at the well when Jesus said, woman, let me come up to y'all and call you woman. How you gonna feel? But this pastor's telling y'all to be abused. You don't need to listen to this pastor. You should not listen to this pastor. You should run from this pastor and any other pastor that teaches and speaks like that. You got a problem with your husband. He beating you. He mentally abusing you. You need to get away from him. You need to divorce him. And then you need to get some therapy so that you can get yourself right and have enough love for self that you don't allow yourself to be abused like that. So I appreciate it. But if you're in that, I appreciate everybody who watched this video. But if you're in that situation, please leave. Please leave. It only takes one act of violence for me to be done with somebody. But please leave. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. The journey, the vibration.